For example, common scams. They could scam you about COVID, rumors, price gouging. I mean, you can read it, telephone scams. I have had actually received a call from someone saying that I won a prize, that it was a lot of money, but I needed to give a little bit of money for the taxes. That the tax collector will come with them, and then I will have to pay that money. And then they told me, no, go ahead and pay, buy one of those cards that you load money into, prepaid cards, and then give us the number, and then that will take care of it. So actually, they were trying to convince me to buy something, give them the code to a card, and then I would get a huge prize. Of course, that was a scam. Sometimes they call, they say that it's your brother calling or your sister calling or whatever, and that they need to send money right away because he needs some help. He just crashed or hit somebody. Watch out for that because they sound very convincing. Someone crying, saying that he just hit a lady and whatever, whoever, and he needs money to get out of the trouble. So I mean, these grand scams, lottery, sweepstakes scam. That one is the one I was talking about. Sweepstakes scam, pyramid schemes, ticket scams, you name it. Banking scams is one that I've noticed a lot. And also what is happening sometimes is that they get to your information. So be very careful with doing banking on Wi-Fi. I think they could capture your information if you are using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever. That is unsafe. Wi-Fi is unsafe. So it's private information should not be going through Wi-Fi. When you need to do something like that, turn off Wi-Fi and use the cell phone's safer connection, or you can use the computer, but wired connection, the Ethernet cable instead of just Wi-Fi, because that's when they can capture information. So be careful when you have other people living near you, or when you are doing your banking, say in a cafe internet or things like that. That's when they can capture your information. Same thing with the card. You should not leave your wallet out on a table or whatever, where they can grab the wallet and steal it, or look at the card and put it back in, and then they steal from you, and you don't even notice that they're stealing from you. So treat your card, the ATM card, the debit card, credit card, as cash. Pretty much it's like having almost, not quite, but it's pretty close to having cash, because they may get access to your banking information. With the card, they get everything that they need to make a purchase. For example, if they get the information about the card number, the expiration date, and the number in the back of the card, they can go ahead and make purchases and have it delivered to whatever else instead of to your house. And then you realize that there is money missing, and then you have to call the bank and go through a whole process that could take, for example, in Bank of America, it could take 90 days, up to 90 days to get your money back, if at all. I mean, they don't think, they're not convinced that it was somebody else, they may not pay you back. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody who lost $5,000. The claim was denied. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to risk your money on being not careful with where you put your card, or losing your card, leave it in the ATM machine. If you leave it at the ATM machine, you need to call the bank right away and get it replaced, notified right away. They work 24 hours, 24/7, so you can call anytime. Some offices may close at a certain time, and then you have to call back the next day. So be careful with your card. The same thing for other stuff. I mean, they can call you and say you want to donate to whatever, or Ponzi schemes, you name it. Identity theft. I know somebody who had identity theft and lost money, and somebody else who got a virus in the computer because she went to a website and on a link, thinking that it was okay, but actually the website had a virus and her computer got infected, and she had to take it to a shop and she had to pay like $200 to get the computer fixed. But actually, it looks like they erased everything. That's the problem with some technicians. They want to reset everything, erase everything, and install Windows and Office, but you lose everything else. So be very careful with unknown links, especially if they are bank related or from unknown sources. That could be a virus, could have a scam or whatever. So be careful with emails. Clicking on the wrong stuff. So always have your antivirus up to date. Run the cookies, cookie removal software, so you don't have so many cookies slowing down your computer. You may get a call from the Social Security, and actually it's not the real one, telling you whatever. The IRS, that if you are a resident, that you need to whatever. So all kind of stuff. So you can read all of that stuff online, imposters, you name it. So read about it. If you don't, if you are out of the country, you can use the translator. So Google Translator, you can use it on your cell phone. Even you can even translate websites, documents, images. I'm not sure how you're gonna. Well, this is a photo. Yeah, photo of a document. You can explore your computer or your cell phone for a photo that it may have content, it may have text, so it will be OCR recognition, optical character recognition. Here's the page for Bank of America. It may have some information about security. Do not recommend credit cards. They have extremely high fees, and if you are late, they go even higher. They may start you off on an annual fee, and if you are late one time, you may jump to a pretty high interest rate. You know what I'm saying? For example, you may have an introductory annual percentage rate for 21 billion cycle. That's very tempting, but what? You're late one day, you forgot that when is the due date, and then you're late. And then you start paying high fees. So that's the problem with credit cards, that the high interest rates. Be very careful with sending money with Zelle, especially to unknown people. Maybe you find something to buy, say on eBay or whatever. They say send the money through Zelle, but then they may get some of your information or whatever. Anyway, I have heard bad news about sending money through Zelle. I don't want to about them because I actually haven't used them myself, but I have heard people who have lost money. They send they had the wrong phone number, the old phone number. They send it to the old phone number. Person didn't get the money, so you need to be careful how you use Zelle. Investments. Some people handle a lot of money, and they may be targeted by others who know they have a lot of money. So be careful with that. Immigration. Be careful with, let's say you're a resident, you may need to get your address up to date, notify immigration if you move. Be up to date on what's the new regulations. If you are just visiting, how many days you can stay. I know somebody who was told he can stay a number of days, and he passed by one day. He was told I think he was told a month, so he thought it was from the 31st to the 31st, but it was actually 30 days. So he was returning on the 31st. He said, no, you overextended your stay, and they charged him a fine. So you need to know actually the actual date that you're supposed to be returning at the latest. You're in a petition for a relative. We can help you fill out the forms. We have software that translates stuff, pages, whatever you want to translate. We have computerized software that can do it very quickly. You don't have to wait days to get a translation. You can do it much faster. Social Security, people who apply for benefits, say for Medicare, for Medi-Cal, for disability benefits, we can help you with that. Just basic information. If you want actual legal information, then you should be talking to a lawyer if you're really in trouble with Social Security. For example, if you're getting Social Security benefits and then you started making a lot of money, but you got a job that pays a lot more, over you were over the limit, then you're gonna have to pay the money back because they find Social Security knows when you're making money from employers, so they get reported on your income, and then if they find out that you actually went over the limit, then you're gonna accrue a lot of money. Disability or even welfare benefits when you are low income or elderly, things like that. If you start making money or using money from somebody else, say children or brothers or whatever, siblings, that counts as income that could be affecting your benefits for some types of aid that the Social Security and welfare provides. Remember to use Wikipedia to read about whatever you're looking for. I invite you to visit YouTube and search for Cesar P triple X to look for some more videos, or for CUSINT, where I have more videos. We can help you directly instead of, because in the videos I have very little time to really give you a lot of information. We are actually located in South America. We can help you with tour guides, travel assistance. For example, you want to go to Laureles in Medellin and you want to go to, say, El Poblado, so which both are very popular destinations. So it's from El Poblado to Laureles, or Laureles. This one is from El Poblado to Laureles, so you can do it backwards. The route is different. And then it tells you how long, if it is in a vehicle, if it is public transportation or walking. Let's say it's public transportation, it may take you 29 minutes. It depends on the time. That's leaving right now, which is evening, but you want to leave, say, at night is going to be, let's say you want to leave, say, in the afternoon, say 4 in the afternoon, which is 16 hours on Sunday, or let's say on Monday. So 16 hours on Monday, 24 is going to take you 27 minutes. And it tells you the route, so you're taking this one over here, which is should be the 70th, and then you take, I think this is the one of the main roads, the Las Vegas Avenue. Anyway, is you want to actually look at a location, you can just drop the little guy on the location, and then you will be able to see, this is actually a different park. This is a location, I'm not sure, I think it's a mistake that they brought. Sometimes it is not going to the right place that you're actually pointing to. Let's see, right over here, you can zoom it in, and then it shows you. Anyway, you want to look to, let's say you want to add a location, I think there's a way to add one more options, and then you can actually get some options besides in Spanish, but you can look the one in English. This is to change the order. Let's close over here. Anyway, and you can send instructions to your telephone number. If you're looking for a restaurant, things like that. Let me just look for, say, Parquelleras. Parquelleras El Poblado. And then actually you need to go from here, say Metro Walk. This is a little bit of an uphill, maybe 5 blocks. And then you see I'm gonna drop off. Well, actually, it just have some. It shows you some images if you actually put the mouse on the location. Let's drop it over here, and see what it's showing me. Not quite Parquelleras. It's nearby here, so you can go in here, and this is yours already. This is a bar, liquor store. This is another location, like a restaurant, and then you can keep going. So sometimes you cannot go through. Sometimes some streets are closed to cars, um, but you can move around. You know what I'm saying? So this is the park is a pretty small plaza. It's maybe like a 1 block square, but it runs a lot of stores. So what is important is the jobs around it. You know, could be bars, restaurants, whatever. And then you can go in there and dance or eat or whatever you want to do, drink. Anyway, so that's Google Maps. There's Bing Maps. There is Waze that a lot of drivers use here to move around. So there are other ways to get information about locations, and then you can ask for install Didi or Uber, or you maybe use Didi and it's another one, U-Driver, that are pretty good. Or you can use all the taxi, but it's much safer to use an app to move around. This is one of the websites. This is the long URL. The actual main link will be, and the shorter one will be medellinreal.com, which means medellinrealestate.com. This page is in Spanish, but it's actually we provide bilingual service, English and Spanish, 24/7. Actually, not. I would say it's open every day. It's not 24 hours, but that we can respond to this phone if you need to. Here on WhatsApp, if you need to contact us, 2 WhatsApp numbers. Different links. Some may not work at the moment that you're seeing this video. We're gonna fix those pages. We're moving the hosting to another page, another site. This is a link that a page that is useful links that you can use. These are older links, but the ones in higher size are more recent and more useful links. For example, web WhatsApp or WhatsApp web, language for translations, glossary, dictionary, proofreading. We do proofreading and translations. We provide assistance to tourists. I was saying tour guides. We provide promotion to models, singers, musicians. We sell books sold by one particular writer. So many services. One of the main ones that we're trying to promote is translation through computer service. All right, so many services. Hopefully you like this small or short video. Just remember to be careful with your computer, with everything. I mean, if you have information in your computer should have a password, strong password, that make sure that you don't forget it. If you put a password in your cell phone, which you should, if it is a design, make sure you remember the design, because you forget the design, you basically lose access to your cell phone. If it is a code, it may be guessed more easily. So I think the design is safer, but it may be pretty easy to forget unless you use it all the time. But be careful when somebody watches what you're doing, because if they watches you using it, because if they see the design, they can actually get to your cell phone and look at the information. So not let other people see when you are unblocking the cell phone. So too many things that to be careful about. You should back up your computer. You can buy an extra an extra hard drive or an extra computer where you back up everything. Hard drives, you can plug a hard drive into your computer through a USB, and then you can back up all your files to the hard drive, and then you put the hard drive in a safe location, separate from your computer. So you lose the computer, at least you have the backup. Okay? All right. So have a good day or evening or afternoon. Take care.